Welcome to another Encounters episode. Today we take a look at some historic reports from the 1890s. Here are just a few old-time sightings that may interest some. Michigan, October 1891, George W. Frost and W. W. Vivian reported to authorities that had seen a wild man near the Tittahawassee River down Gladwin County. They said the man wore no clothes and was covered in hair. He was at least 7 foot tall with his arms reaching below his knees. His hands seemed to be twice the usual size. His jumps were measured at 20 to 23 feet. Kentucky, May 1894, people in Deep Creek had been noticing something had been stealing their chickens, some young pigs, and other food items. A few spoke of seeing a man-beast. Joseph Ewalt reported that the creature had great long white hair hanging down from his head and face, as coarse as a horse's mane. The legs were reported as being covered with hair, and the only article of clothing that he wore was a piece of sheepskin over the lower portion of his body reaching nearly to his knees. A light came from his eyes and mouth similar to fire. One morning F. Boston and his son saw him heading into their barn. The man-beast appeared to be around 6.5 feet tall, with clawed feet and cat-like hands. He came rushing out of the barn with 3 chickens. The creature escaped from them, running quickly into a cave. When the cave was examined, they found the evidence of bones, feathers, and such. The men were only brave enough to venture in a short distance. There was an unearthly yell which frightened the men into retreat. All efforts to capture the man-beast failed. Indiana, 1897, a man claimed to have seen some sort of hair-covered creature. Late April, 1897, 2 farmers saw a hair-covered, man-sized creature walking on its hind legs. When it saw them approach, it headed for the woods, but afterwards dropped on its hands and disappeared with rabbit-like bounds. Ohio, late April, 1897, near Stout, a wild man was seen in the woods. He was described as being very tall, almost naked, and could run like a deer. One witness insisted that he was wearing a pair of tattered pants. Ohio, May 26, 1897, a wild man described as gorilla-like was spotted near Rome. 2 men cutting timber saw a 6-foot-tall creature covered with long, curly hair. They chased it into a rocky area by the Ohio River but lost sight of it there. California, near Lake, at a cabin in the mountains, summer, 1897. It was evening when a native saw what he thought was a tall bush ahead of him on the trail. He caught a strong, musky scent and realized that the bush was alive. The Sasquatch was covered in thick, coarse hair with brown eyes. It made a noise and moved. The native laid down the string of fish he was carrying as a gesture of goodwill. The creature took the fish and moved away into the trees, making a long, low cry. A few weeks later, the native heard a noise outside his cabin very early in the morning. He went outside to investigate and found a pile of fresh deerskins ready for tanning. He again heard the call in the woods. Later on he would find other items left for him, like wild fruits and berries and even wood for the fire. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that notifications bell. Find more reports and our sightings map at thecryptocrew.com. If you have had a sighting or encounter, then please contact us via our website. Thanks for watching and we will see you next time.